All right, so let's start with BlueSky. Let's start with this giant baby Don Lemon here. So now, once again, we've already covered in a separate episode the VTubers leaving. The VTubers are saying they left X because of AI, which we're going to talk about when we go over the terms. So AI is going to be a very relevant topic. But here you have Mr. Lemon.
Loved connecting with all of you on Twitter and X for all of these years. I once believed that it was a place for honest debate and discussion, transparency, and free speech. In addition, starting this Friday, November 15th, X is implementing new terms of service, which among other things, quote, all disputes be brought exclusively in the U.S. District Court for the Northern District of Texas or state courts located in Tarrant County, Texas, end quote. The full terms of service can be found on my written statement or on the X website. Now, as the Washington Post recently reported on
anyways, so he's pissed off at X, right? So moral of the story is he's pissed off at X. He's not happy about X. And he's salty that, you know, they're a bad platform. They're doing bad things, etc. Two things I want to point out. Just off the bat. First of all, the very person who was on their board at one point and was advocating for them, and also, you know, and maybe involved in Twitter, Jack Dorsey, left the BlueSky board and called X Freedom Technology. So Jack Dorsey, who, you know, once again, we can dunk on Jack Dorsey a lot, but if even he is willing to say, you know what, even Musk's X is freedom technology, right? That even after Musk takes over, it's still what you should be using to defend yourself, right? He said this on the X platform. Don't depend on corporations to grant you rights. Defend themselves using freedom technology. You're on one with X. So even Jack Dorsey says, yeah, in terms of those arguments that he's making about all that, that's really on the side of X, right? And the conversation is more free on X. So that's about the political discussion, right? In terms of that, I don't want to get too down that rabbit hole. Now, about the AI, let's look at the terms of service for the AI, because this is what the VTubers are concerned about. It's what a lot of other folks are concerned about. So we have the terms of service for BlueSky. And where we really want to look for this, let me go here, is we're down. Now, the terms aren't very long. We're going to skip like stuff like governing law, dispute resolution. By the way, they, like many other online companies, ban class actions, ban all other types of suits. So all that corpo stuff, BlueSky does that as well in their terms of service. So all that stuff is not there. But really what I want to focus on is the user content. So this section is the most damning thing for all those that are saying that the user content is going to be protected on BlueSky. Let's look at this. User content means any type of content you post on BlueSky. So literally anything, posts, pictures, profiles, direct messages, links. So artists, all of your art you post on BlueSky, that's user content. So what can they do with your art? Well, let's see. You, not BlueSky, are solely responsible for all your user content. BlueSky does not control others' use of the content. BlueSky's use of the content. User content is used only in connection with providing BlueSky's social and content, including by sharing user content throughout the protocol, as well as developing and improving our current and future offerings. Full stop. If that involves AI, that is a current and future offering. So if BlueSky decides to develop AI, just like all the other platforms are doing, including Google, everywhere else, they can use your user content to train their AI. Expressly allowed right there. But let's continue. By promoting and marketing BlueSky and BlueSky Social. So you keep ownership of the user content subject to the license below. And this is a huge license. BlueSky does not own rights to your user content except as provided. By sharing user content through BlueSky, you grant us permission to use your user content to develop, provide, and improve BlueSky Social, the AT protocol, and any future offerings. That includes AI. So if they want to build AI, they can use your stuff freely to train their AI. For example, we can store and present user content to other users there. This allows us to show your posts in BlueSky app to other users. But beyond that, anything they want to do in the future, they can use it for. Let's continue here. To modify or otherwise utilize user content in any media, they can take your art and change it and use it anywhere. So they can take your art, slap a BlueSky label on it, and use it for marketing. You've given them this license, and there's nothing you can do about it to stop them. This includes reproducing, preparing derivative works, distributing, and displaying your content. So derivative works. A AI-generated photo is a derivative work under their line. They can use your user content for promotions without paying you. And here's even further. Look at this. Grant others the rights to take the actions above. So they can grant the right to any others to use your content in any media. They can give the rights to your art to any other person to use anywhere for media purposes. Ruh-roh. And also, last but not least, to remove or modify it for any reason. Modify. They can edit what you have, right? So all of these things that you say that they're going to protect you from, whatever, AI, all this other stuff, there's nothing, especially D right here, these terms of service, there's nothing protecting you from AI in this. In fact, the door is wide open, not just for them, but for anybody to come in for AI and train their AI using BlueSky data. There's nothing in that protects you from that. So all of those quote unquote protections are not there. Just because they don't say it explicitly doesn't mean they can't do it. They could very well do it. So for the VTubers that are worried about that, or the artists that are worried about that, there's no protection there for you guys. Sorry, it's just not there. They can use your content for that as much as they want. They don't say it, but they can do it. And I know people feel weird when people say it, but to be honest, in my personal opinion, I would rather a platform tell me how they're fucking me than just to fuck me, right? And not tell me. I would rather them at least be honest about the ways in which they are using the data, right? At least tell me. At least I know. At least then I'll make an informed decision. Okay, well, maybe I don't want to post this to train the AI. Maybe I want to keep this off platform,